The clock is started.
Well, hello everyone. I'm just going to reintroduce myself. Gregg Marcel Dixon here. I'm a new face. I'm probably the only person here outside of Oz who's not a resident of Greenview. So thank y'all for welcoming me to the neighborhood. I am born in Savannah, Georgia, but I'm from Jasper County, South Carolina, in a small town named Ridgeland, right between Yamasee, Beaufort, Bluffton, and not like 25 minutes from Savannah, Georgia. I have been a teacher in Jasper County, the county where I have lived my entire life. I was raised there and I've worked there my entire life as well. Now, I am running for South Carolina's 6th congressional district. And the reason why I am running is because, well, I'll give you a modern day example of what is happening. I'm looking at the situation in Ukraine and they're talking about violence, they're talking about poverty, and our nation has already sent not just billions, but trillions of dollars to Ukrainians in the forms of military equipment, in the forms of direct aid, and now they're expediting the immigration of Ukrainians to the United States of America. And once they get here, they will give them housing, they will give them education, they will give them transportation, they will give them health care, they will give them food. Now, that's laudable, I guess someone can say. But I contrast that what is going on with black Americans. When I say black Americans, I'm talking about the descendants of American slaves. We are between 15 to 20% of the population, yet we are over 55% of the homeless. Our parents, grandparents, great grandparents, I knew my great great grandparents, I knew my great grandparents. They fought to get land, they fought to keep land. So it breaks my heart when the last study shows that black Americans have lost 15 million acres of property of the 16 million acres our ancestors were able to amass as of 1910. We've lost 90% of our land. We built this nation. Here on the coast, as I know y'all know, the Gullah Geechee people, they say cotton was king. It was rice that wore the crown. It was rice that was the first source of wealth for the 13 colonies and then for the United States of America. Without us, it will not be the wealthiest, most powerful nation that it is today. And yet, looking at statistics, before COVID 19 hit, Black Americans were scheduled to all have a net worth of zero by 2053. That was before COVID 19 came along and wiped out 50% of Black businesses. If you are a Black man, you have the shortest life of all groups in the United States of America, and frighteningly so, our lives are getting shorter. If you are a Black woman, you have the highest eviction rate in the country. And unfortunately, Charleston, South Carolina, which is in our district, has the highest eviction rate. Black children commit suicide at a higher rate than any other group. So when I see our nation pouring trillions of dollars and opening up their arms to Ukrainians, it makes me ask the question, when are they going to pay 1 cent towards what they owe Black Americans? When are they going to address the issues that's happening among Black Americans? I am running on a policy of reparations. My slogan is Repair Black America to Fix America. When it comes to reparations that was done for the Japanese Americans and has been done for Native Americans and has been done for Holocaust Americans. Those things happened because the Jews had someone standing up for them. The Native Americans had someone standing up for them. The Japanese only had one person in Congress who stood up for them. I want to be that person who's finally going to stand up for Black Americans first. Not Asians, not white Americans, not Hispanics, but Black Americans first. Because that's obviously not happening. When you look at our schools, Black schools get the least amount of funds, and yet we need the most resources. The blacker the school, the less likely they are to have um courses that will make a kid college and career ready. I plan to change the way that public schools are funded so that there is one standard throughout the state that can make sure that each kid has a high quality education. When it comes to land theft, we may not be able to get our land back, but we can definitely be compensated for the land that has been stolen through heirs property through discrimination by the United States Department of Agriculture. We just need someone who's going to stand up and write the legislation for that. Talk about black kids committing suicide and the violence among some of our young black men. If you want to fight violence, you have to fight poverty. I plan to mandate a livable wage of $25 an hour. I plan to make free, quality, affordable child care supervision services so that young parents can work and know that their children are well supervised. I plan to bring back the Freedmen's Bureau, a department of the government whose job was to make sure that Black Americans were well taken care of. They will incentivize Black Americans to move back to our communities, mainly in the South, where we can look out for one another again, where we can have each other's back again and be true neighbors again, like y'all have in Greenview. And when we do that, I plan to give us resources where we can police ourselves, where we can have our own judicial system. I plan to be the person who's going to stand up and put Black America first. Hispanics are doing it for illegal immigrants. Asian Americans did it for themselves when they were going through hate crimes. And Native Americans have the Bureau of Indian Affairs that only they can be a part of, and they only put their issues first. Who is doing it for us? Who is saying black and black specifically because it's our issues? No one. I plan to be that person.